This is going to feel really weird. I'm looking at myself at the camera, but I should be looking at the lens. But anyway, um, just got done watching the first episode of Doom at Your Service. And my first impression is after watching the first episode is, man, it is going to be so sad. I already know that this drama is going to have a sad ending. I don't feel it. I know it. And not only that, this is only the first episode. The first half of the episode was just sadness. Well, to me, that is. Because what? The first 5 minutes, we are told that our female main lead, Dong Kyeok, has a brain tumor. And she only has 3 to 4 months to live if she doesn't get the surgery. If she does, it extends to 1 year. Not only that, we see other people just torturing her. We got the creep, that creep in the subway. We got her boss. And we got the pregnant lady who called her a mistress for seeing her husband even though Dong Kyeok didn't know he was married in the first place. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, how much BS does she have to go through? She doesn't have much time to live and all of this BS is just being thrown at her. And I'm like, man, she can't catch a break. Not even once. Now, the first half of the episode not only shows us the BS that our female lead goes through, but also give us a little introduction to our main male lead, Myeol Sang. Now, Myeol Sang, he's not really a god, but he's not human either. He's kind of in between. And I read the description online. He's more of a manager that exists between humans and gods, who's also grants wishes for humans. So we're at the beginning of the episode. We are at the hospital. Dong Kyeok is at the doctor's office. The doctor tells her that she has a brain tumor. She only has 3 to 4 months to live if she doesn't get surgery. If she does, it'll extend to 1 year. And that's pretty much it for that. Now, after she leaves the office, she was just thinking to herself and then she bumps into our main male lead, Myeol Sang. Now, that was just the first interaction, but it wasn't really much. It was just that typical drama. Oh, I bumped into you. Bam, there you go. Love interest. Now, for Myeol Sang, we don't really get a good introduction of who he is until later on, but we do get an introduction of his powers. So he is dressed as a doctor, he's in the emergency room, and he's counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we see a big emergency of a certain number of patients, I think it said 7, was just coming in, and people were just confused, like, oh, what's going on? And then on the news, we hear that it was a madman with a knife causing havoc in Seoul, and there were 7 victims, including the culprit. Now, when they were rushing in the patients, it's almost like they didn't see him, almost like he was invisible for some reason. But then one of the nurse approached him and said, "What department are you from?" Because he didn't have anything on his shirt. And when she asked him that, it almost seemed like he was brainwashing her or kind of just giving her orders of, I want one patient to have a curtain surrounding him, which she did. And at that point, I was thinking, wait, what's going on? It's kind of weird. And when Myeol Sang approached the patient, it turns out to be the madman with the knife that caused the whole havoc emergency thing, and he woke him up. He actually went up to his body and said, "Hey, where are you going? You're not going anywhere yet." Choked him. Well, pretty much put his hands around his neck. It almost seems like he was choking him, but it was more like just waking him up and warning him. And he had a knife cut on his neck and he healed it. And he said to him that there are other things worse than death, and that's life. So pretty much he got the culprit, woke him up to make sure he wasn't dead so the police can arrest him. And the police did come. Now let's fast forward to the second half of the episode. Again, the first half of the episode was just seeing the amount of BS that Dong Kyeok was going through. It wasn't until the second half where things get a little bit more interesting. So one night, Dong Kyeok is drinking. She went through a lot of BS. She sees falling stars and she wished that the world would end. Destruction, pretty much. And Myeol Sang, he actually hears her wish along with other people's wish, like being happy with the family, winning the lottery, and so forth. Then after drinking, she did fall asleep, but then she got woken up because someone was ringing her doorbell. She went to go see who it was, but instead of seeing a person on the other side of the door, she saw a train. And then that kind of freaked her out a bit. And then she looked again, and then it was another location. And then she eventually opened the door, and then nonchalantly he goes, "Annyeong," it's Myeol Sang. So it was just Myeol Sang's way of, playing a trick on her so she would open the door. Pretty much he showed her Italy and Switzerland. Then after that quick introduction, he comes into her house. She's confused. She doesn't even know who this guy is or why she's here. And he pretty much shows her who he is by pointing out the date that she was going to die, telling her what she wished for, knowing where she lived. And right after eating cake, he pretty much leaves. And as he got home, he actually transported her to his house. But come to find out, this whole meeting is happening in her dreams. So after the meeting in her dreams, he does appear everywhere she goes. Pretty much, he wants her to accept his offer. It's pretty much the contract, the 100-day contract. Then fast forward to the ending of the episode. While walking on the street, she gets a migraine, she's on the ground, and cars are coming in left and right. And here comes a truck coming her way, and then time stops. And it was actually Myeol Sang that stopped everything and offered her a contract. Either you stay here and you die now, or you take my hand and accept his offer. And what she does, she takes his hand and accepts his offer. And towards the ending of the episode, we see the camera panning at Myeol Sang, and then we see D99, indicating day 1 down, 99 more to go until she dies. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode. If there's anything else I might have missed, please leave it in the comments below. Here's the thing. I thought the first episode was okay. It wasn't until the second half where things starts to pick up, but I get the first half. As us viewers, we need to understand the situation that she's in. So much BS that she's going through. She's in a very difficult position where she doesn't have much time left and so forth. But overall, the story, yeah, again, it just doesn't pull me in. I don't know if I'm going to watch the second episode, but here's the thing. Like, it's hard to judge a drama only after one episode. It's really hard. But again, it's just not pulling me in. If you guys don't see a second episode review tomorrow, it means that I've watched it, but again, it's not pulling me in. Again, I apologize. I'm not bashing anyone. Please remember that. I'm not bashing anybody. It's just that, certain dramas just don't pull me in. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I do like the concept of what the drama has, having this being who is between God and human and actually having a connection with a person who doesn't have much time left and really seeing their relationship grow as the drama goes on. Yeah, it's a pretty good concept, but I don't know. Again, this drama is just not pulling me in. So anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.